Hey everyone, welcome to JTP. I'm Janie Till Prosh, bringing you Jesus Talks to People. I have a message for you from God Himself. So either you listen to it or turn me off. Either way, it will not take up much of your time. One thing I will say right up front, everything I say will be backed by the Word of God unless it is my opinion. In that case, I will say, this is my opinion. Take it or leave it, your discretion. Things you're going to hear about will not be your normal Sunday church things. I'm not trying to take your pastor's place. I'm just going to tell you about things that most of you rarely hear in church. Guys, we are in the end days, whether or not you agree. And if you are not going to be a Noah and listen to God, then you're going to drown. Or, in this time, burn up. We're also going to discover that dragons really existed and ghosts are real. And guess what? We are all aliens. Yes, we are not of this world. No, this is not the Sci Fi Channel. All this is in the Bible and much, much more. My talks will only last about 5 minutes, sometimes less, so you have plenty of time to fit me into your schedule. Or, I should say, fit God into your schedule. The reason I feel compelled to do these talks is a lot of people are not interested in church, but I think they are interested in what is going to happen to them at the end of this world. And that I know well. So hang in there, and I will be happy to fill you in on the end of days. First, I want to introduce you to God. He is the one that created you and everything else, in this world and out of it. You see this beauty all around in this world, and I guarantee you it didn't randomly happen. Genesis 1:1 says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." It is not a coincidence that the very first verse in the Holy Bible establishes that God created everything and everyone. But then you ask, what is God's name? Well, He tells us what His name is. Exodus 3:13 to 14. The Israelites, through disobedience to God, were enslaved by the Egyptians. You know the movie, The Ten Commandments. Well, Moses was to be their deliverer, and Moses was being instructed by God to confront the Pharaoh. Moses stuttered and did not want to speak in front of Pharaoh, but God told him He was with him. That simply means that God was going to make it happen through Moses. You know, kick booty. Then Moses asked God, "What do I tell the Israelites if they ask me who sent me to deliver them?" God said, "I am who I am." This is what you are saying to the Israelites: "I am has sent me to you." So Moses was obedient, and the Israelites were delivered out of Egypt. See, the answers to a lot of your questions can be found in the Word of God. I'll help you find them. Oh, and by the way, the movie was good, but not entirely accurate to the Word of God. Now we have established that God is the Creator and His name is I Am. We also know that He entrusts us with tasks and also gives us the power to accomplish these tasks. You may ask why. He is the awesome God and can do anything He wants. Yes, He can. But maybe He has a plan that we are not aware of and He wants to teach us things. So He gives us tasks and expects us to follow them according to His plan. We are, after all, His creation and subject to His rule. Just like your children. In your mind, you created them, and therefore they are to follow your instructions as they grow up. Notice I said in your mind. Actually, your children were created by God and placed in the womb of their mother. So we really do not have the power to reproduce on our own. God creates all of us and brings us into this world in a unique way. Read all of Psalms 139. It is fascinating and tells us about the special relationship we have with God. Psalms 139, Old Testament, verses 13 through 14, tells how God made us and our children, but the whole chapter is beautiful and fascinating. I think that is all for today. Join me again for a fascinating discovery into the world of God, who He is, and why it is important to know Him. God bless you. Janie Till Prosh, bringing you Jesus Talks to People. JTP. God bless.